Welcome to episode number, I don't know, 31, maybe episode number 31.
Well, let's think about it. We've done, the last time I looked, it was at 29.
Okay.
So this got to be 31, right? 31, 32?
Something around that. Episode 31 or 32 of That's Cooked with Steph, DeLanda, and Mance Warner.
I'm really getting into this, guys. I like the microphone.
You like the mic? Sit here.
I like staying up with the current topics for the week.
Yeah.
I like speaking my mind.
It's been a big week, hasn't it?
I don't care who I offend.
What do you mean? Who are you planning on offending?
No, I'm just kidding. That's a bad way to word it. I think a lot of fans have realized we say what we think.
Yeah, but I don't think it's always a bad thing.
No, not at all. But I'm giving you one of them sound clips.
I like a sound clip. All right. Well, babe, here we are. We're in Florida for a minute of time.
We're in Florida.
We're preparing for a national weather advisory.
Live from Tropical Storm Helen.
Tropical Storm Helen now has, I think, become a Category 1 hurricane.
What is that? Good, bad?
Don't know. I think that's fine. I feel like the hurricanes, it ain't ever really a hurricane. I mean, it is for real. I know there's been some really bad hurricanes. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like, I feel like when you live in Florida, you get to a point where you hear about so many hurricanes that don't make landfall or don't materialize that you end up kind of just getting jaded and you're like, yeah, whatever.
It looks bad outside. When I was taking with my little cart and I was taking more trash out there, it was looking pretty.
Well, this morning I woke up and the weather was weathering indeed, but I had got, because I have a Nespresso Virtuo machine. Shout out Indy Hartwell and Grayson Waller for buying that for me for my birthday like 3 years ago. I have a Nespresso Virtuo machine, which is the best thing I've ever got. And we make a coffee every morning with it using the Califia Farms barista oat milk.
These are all words I can't pronounce, so I just say the coffee machine with the milk.
Yes. Anyways, to cut a long story short, we were out of milk. I had ordered a case of milk off Amazon because that's how I get it. And then the motherfucker canceled my order. So then they canceled it, refunded me. So then my milk never arrived. Oh, that reminded me I need to look into where the hell those trading cards are. Anyways, so then I had to order more milk, had to wait for it. So I haven't had a good oat milk cappuccino in like 5 days. So then when we woke up this morning and it was hurricane conditions, I still was like, babe, I know you don't want to do this, but we have to go and we have to get the oat milk from the package room. This is really important. So we walked and we got absolutely drenched in the rain.
Well, mind you, we were on the road. We got back at almost 4 a.m. We woke up at, I don't know what time it was. My eyes had just opened. There was duck doo-doo on my eyeballs. That's an old person saying. You got the little crusties. My eyes open. My hair was a mess. I just rolled out of bed. My back hurt from being at GC Dub, going through doors and chairs.
From carrying the entire show.
From the, Mantra era, baby. But anyways, boom. We got to go out into the hurricane.
Yep.
And it was, I can't remember. It's usually hot outside, but it felt kind of a little windy. The air felt different. And then we got this damn oat milk for the cappuccino machine. How do you say it? What's the word?
Cappuccino. But then when we're in the car driving with the coffee, what did you say to me?
When?
We were in the car. You said, this is the best coffee.
Yeah.
I like this better than anything.
I like the homemade coffee better than Dunkin' or Starbucks or any of that shit, man.
You have to.
It's just better. I get a cup. I take a shit.
I was trying to get Helen to make a cameo. She wasn't really into it, and that's okay. I'm not going to force her to do something she doesn't want to do.
Well, she's pissed off because her name is trademarked, and there's a hurricane coming in saying that it's their Helen.
She's method acting.
Yeah,
she's becoming the hurricane. She's one with the cane. Anyways, it's already Wednesday as of this writing. What day is it? I don't even know what the date is, but I know it's Wednesday. I know we've had an eventful week already. We've spent, some might argue, too many hours or too many miles in my car because we road tripped to Alabama. Insert Sweet Home, Alabama.
We can't do that. They'll charge us.
Oh, don't do that. You guys picture it in your head. Imagine it. Yeah, that's exactly what it sounded like. Classic. Incredible. Yeah, so we went to Alabama because I had a consultation with a surgeon in Alabama, a neurosurgeon. So I have got my surgery all scheduled and squared away. I will be getting sliced and diced soon, which is very exciting because it means that I am one step closer to being on the mend. And I'm also very excited to be getting it done in America rather than in Australia, because Australia was an option, but I did not want to fly 24 hours in a neck brace after surgery. So
Well, it'd be horrible. You'd fly out there, get it done, and then you'd rest for a little bit. The cats are brawling. Then you rest for a little bit, and then you have to fly 24 hours. It's going to turn into 28 hours. It's going to be a whole thing.
Misery. So
at least here it's just what, 7-hour, 8-hour drive.
Yeah, it was not too bad. The drive was fine. We experienced a couple of eating experiences that we don't usually get in Florida. On the drive, we saw a Whataburger.
Mm-hmm.
Take it away.
Boom, I saw it. I said, we got to go. So we pulled in, had a little snafu. How do you say it? What's the word?
I literally have no idea what you're trying to say.
Snafu, right? Snafu.
What are you saying?
Like a fuckaroo.
What
like
is a fuckaroo?
A snafu.
I have no idea what you're saying.
It means the same thing as a little fuck around.
I don't know what any of these things are.
Baby, I'm talking about when we pulled in the drive-thru and then they messed up the order and they gave us
a fuck around.
A fuckaroo. That's what I call it.
No, it's a fuck around.
I call it a fuckaroo or a snafu. But anyway, so we pull in there. They charge me for the person in front of us, their order. They didn't give me the Dr. Pepper shake, even though I paid for it. I didn't order it, but it was paid for by me.
Yeah.
And then I paid for our order, and they said, I'll get that money back. I'm waiting to see. But yeah, it was delicious.
Whataburger is like, I feel like people talk about it a lot like they talk about In-N-Out. And I have controversial opinions on both.
I think it's better in In-N-Out.
I think In-N-Out burgers are good to great. I think the fries at In-N-Out are so bad.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
It's bullshit. Give me a real fry. And then Whataburger. I had a junior Whataburger. Is that what it's called? The little one. And also grilled chicken sandwich. Grilled chicken sandwich was phenomenal. That was probably one of the best grilled chicken sandwiches that I've ever had from like a fast food chain. Junior Whataburger. Fine burger. Great burger. Better than a Baconator? No.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
No. And I don't know, people really be talking about Whataburger as if it's like the most incredible thing. It's a good burger. Is it better than Five Guys? Probably not.
I'm not I don't like Five Guys. And this turned into a burger thing.
Oh.
Five Guys, I ain't a big fan because you got to spend so much. But in the back of my head, I know I could go get a Whopper, no cheese, no onion, and it's going to be better than Five Guys. Or I could go to Wendy's and get a Baconator or a Son of Baconator, and that's going to be better than the Five Guys. And it's all about money now, guys.
I'm just a Wendy's gal.
Yeah.
But Whataburger, sorry, not Whataburger, Five Guys. Is Five Guys really expensive?
Yeah, because you go in there, they give you excessive fries. You don't need all that shit. You get the burger. You customize it. You add in stuff. You're going to end up spending, you might as well go to Chili's and just get a triple dipper and a burger, and you spend less money going there. And then you could buy some drinks. So you're going to spend more money at Chili's. But either way, it's a win-win. You can watch the game.
Okay. Yeah, so anyways, we went through the Whataburger drive-through twice in a day.
2 different locations.
Like hours apart. Two different states, probably. Hours apart.
Well, there's a method to my madness, though.
But you know what? It was a really good shake.
Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. If you're doing a car ride, you don't want to overeat.
All at once, yeah.
Yeah, so you get the burger, you get some onion rings, fresh.
You got to break up the monotony of the drive, too.
Yeah. You don't want to get a snafu or a around. So a faroo, as I said. So you get the burger, the fries, the onion rings, whatever you're getting. You get your beverage. Make your drive.
Vanilla shake also feels odd.
Why?
Like, I think a chocolate shake is better.
Yeah, but you like...
Yeah, see, you're a vanilla ice cream boy, aren't you?
I like vanilla ice cream, and then you can throw some other things in it. But if you're getting chocolate ice cream, it's just all rich, man.
I'm a chocolate gal through and through. I love chocolate everything. Chocolate shake.
I like
ice
vanilla
cream.
ice cream with other toppings within it.
Okay. You know what is really good? The Bunny Tracks ice cream that we had.
And who turned you on to that?
What brand is it? Blue Bunny? Blue Bunny? No, you turned me onto Blue Bunny. I turned you onto Bunny Tracks, the flavor.
True.
Moose Tracks in other companies.
The best flavor is the damn banana split.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't even like banana splits, and I don't like banana split flavored anything. But that banana split ice cream is good.
The banana. But let's get back to the burger thing. Here's how it goes down. Number one is Burger King or
Wendy's.
Wendy's. That's number one. Everything else is you get it if you get it. But what was it? Whataburger. The reason we got it because you never get it.
Because we were in Alabama and there was one. And then the second day when we drove home, we went to another establishment twice in one day. Buc-ee's.
What's that noise?
It's Helen drinking the water.
Oh,
the water
I thought the
thing
house was haunted.
It is haunted also. But we went to Buc-ee's twice. Love Buc-ee's. Big fan of Buc-ee's. The iced coffee, great. The food, always good. But my brisket sandwich, I've had in the past and I enjoyed it. And yesterday, I didn't like it.
I told her beforehand too, because I used to like it too, but it depends where it's at.
It was like soggy and gross.
If you got someone working the meats out there and they know how to slice it, they're looking at the meat. I'm trying not to giggle as I say all this. Slicing the meat, looking at the meat. Out here, the place we were at, they were just, I mean, I can't blame nobody. They just brought in someone and told him to cut this meat up. So it was cut all funky. It was all fatty. It was too fatty.
Yeah, it was fatty, it was funky, and it wasn't really what I wanted. But I got that, and I also got a chicken fajita taco. And boy, those chicken fajita tacos are really good.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's soggy.
I thought it was good.
I've learned I'm going to stick to getting a little tater chip action.
The chicken sandwiches are good there.
Get like
the grilled, not the grilled, the fried chicken sandwich. So we went to Buc-ee's twice.
But Buc-ee's is another thing where you don't see it a lot. So when you go there, you know it's not going to be the greatest thing in the world, but you don't see it. So they've got you trained to run in, look at all the items, and then you're going to buy some shit you don't need. They
also sucker you in. Like the marketing is so good. Like the billboards always say funny shit. Like we were driving past one and I think it said like beef jerky, boy dinner. And like in my Buc-ee's era. And I was like, wow, their marketing team is good because they're saying like shit that people go, oh, that's funny.
But overall, good place.
They also
great restrooms.
Great restrooms, great fountain drink selection, great snack selection. They've got everything. And they also did sucker me in with the Halloween t-shirt.
Yeah, we got one of those.
I did get a Halloween t-shirt. Yeah, but I mean, look, the drive last night was a little dicey towards the end. We were driving until I think we got home at like 4 a.m.
Yes, it seemed long at the very end.
At the end, it was long.
From the get go wasn't bad. Getting back wasn't bad until that last like I'd say hour.
The last hour was a bit brutal, but
well, for me it sucked because I was on the road for GCW. I left Friday, so I was going Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Got back Sunday night, but that was delayed. So then that turned into I got back at Orlando at what? 1 something in the morning. By the time Uber's impossible that late. They're going to keep canceling. They're waiting for you to spend the $50 to $60. If you're trying to get 35 or 40, you're fucked.
Yeah.
So by the time I got back, it was like 2:45.
Yeah.
There was an ambulance down there running around. I had to help them get in.
Yeah. And
then I ordered Wendy's, and then my Wendy's was cold.
Yeah, you really went through it the last few
I've been
days.
striking out with a lot of food places.
Yeah, you have too.
But what we didn't strike out with is the food place we went to. What was it called?
Oh, the Flying Biscuit?
Flying Biscuit.
We went to a cafe in Birmingham called the Flying Biscuit, and fuck, it was good. They had moon fries, like home fries, but dusted in like moon seasoning, which was like sea salt and rosemary. But
Delicious.
Delicious. I had eggs Benedict with my sauce on the side. Delicious. He had the, take it away, babe.
Okay, so mine was called the Freebird. And on top of it, you had 2 buttermilk, homemade, that means made with their hands, biscuits, sliced open. And then they put a little bit of butter on there. Then they put 2 sunny side eggs, perfectly cooked, delicious. And then on top of that, you got country sausage and gravy. That's that country gravy. I'm talking thick gravy. I'm talking every bite of gravy had delicious morsels of sausage all up in it.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I don't usually like meals that taste like that, but that really good. I thought that tasted fucking great, to be honest with you.
I wish we would have found out
meal.
before and then we could have ate there twice.
Yeah, it was a great meal. I'm really glad that we went there.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I forgot one thing. It had chicken tenders.
Oh, yeah.
On
And
it as
the
well.
chicken was insane.
Oh, it was good.
God, it was good.
It was damn good. It was delicious.
Anyway, so
Delectable.
we got back at 4 a.m. today. We've chilled out for a couple of hours, catching up on the, it's been, what? You shaking your head?
We didn't chill out.
We chilled.
We've been working.
We've sat on the couch.
We work every day.
We've been sitting on the couch for the last 2 hours. I would say that's chilling.
True, but
We got home and we were chilling.
when our phone's going off and you're seeing cameo order, things I got to ship out.
That's a good thing, though.
It is very good. But what I'm saying is I'm dilapidated. I'm like a beat up old boat sitting at the shore. I got holes in me.
Well,
I need to be plugged up with some whiskey.
Mr. Beat Up Boat. It's how we get our money, honey.
I know. I'm just being a little crybaby right now. That's it. I'll be fine in 20 minutes. It's okay.
Crybaby Mansa.
Men could cry too. It's all right. We could once in a while go, damn, I've been doing a lot of work.
I was trying to segue to a story, but
Go ahead, lay it on. I work well with this. I could jump in.
we were relaxing the last 2 hours watching a very controversial TV show that dropped on Netflix at 3 a.m. this morning. What is it actually called? Something Vince McMahon?
I don't know what it's actually
I don't
called.
even know
I
what
just
it's
knew there
called.
was a Vince thing coming out.
Wait, is it? I think it might be called Mr. McMahon. Anyways, whatever it
Mr.
is,
McMahon.
whatever it is, the documentary about Vince McMahon that has just dropped on Netflix that has had the entirety of wrestling Twitter buzzing for months about it. It's finally here. They've dropped all episodes. I think either 6 to 8 episodes.
I don't know how many episodes.
Whatever it is, they've dropped them all at once so everyone can binge and catch up. I think we just finished episode 2, maybe.
I think we got like 10 minutes left in episode 2.
Right.
And then it's getting ready to go into the Hulkster at the trial.
Right.
It's,
Which trial? The steroid trial?
yeah.
Right. It's so interesting seeing the way that things unfolded. And we're only on, as we said, the end of episode 2, but there's little tidbits that you kind of forget about, or I mean, a lot of this is never before seen footage, right? So it's just so interesting. Also watching the interviews of people being like one person sitting there being like, I never said that. And then the next person's like, they 100% said that. And you're like, what is going on?
It's pro wrestling 101.
Yeah.
It's you've got
Everyone's a worker.
one person's going to say, I got no idea about this or that. I don't recall. And then the next person's going to, hop in and it's back and forth. It's entertaining to watch because Tony Atlas has stole the show so far.
It's like pro wrestling being reality, but still being pro wrestling. You know what I mean? It's just so odd.
It's hard trying to not give spoilers because for me, I was trying to stay off Twitter because I know as soon as it came out, every dirt sheet writer is going to give a synopsis. Is that the right word? Synopsis. Big word for me. But they're going to give their take on every single thing, and it just spoils. If you're wanting to watch it, someone's got to go to work all day or they want to go watch it. If they look at Twitter, everyone's already said everything that happened and there's a million clips.
Well, I don't think you can blame anyone for that. I think that's just the nature of the world these days. Like, if you want to avoid spoilers, you got to stay off the internet.
You just got to stay off your phone.
Yeah, like that's your fault. No, not your fault, but I'm saying
What did I do?
No, but it's the same as like if someone doesn't watch WrestleMania straight away and then is angry that people are tweeting about WrestleMania, and it's like that's
true.
It is what it is.
When I was a kid, I'd run out in the street and I'd scream all the spoilers to everyone.
Well, I mean, look, I'm definitely interested to finish the rest of it and see what kind of comes out. I mean, I know you've been totally avoiding your phone, but I did tell you that from what it looks like from the people who have finished it, it doesn't seem like a whole bunch of new information that we haven't already seen come out is going to come out within this documentary. You know, it doesn't seem like there's been any like breaking news. Oh my God, did you see the, you know what I mean? It feels like all the like really juicy, like clickbait worthy stuff is already come out so far. Like nothing new was exposed from what it looks like.
It's Netflix though. They're probably waiting for part 2. Like, what was it? Making a Murderer. And then all of a sudden they had the second one, and then they had the Tiger King part 1, part 2. There's going to be more and more things made, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, either way, it'll be interesting to see how it all unfolds. But
then they'll do an ECW movie, and it will be Paul Heyman will be played by Danny DeVito, and then Dreamer will be played by who could play Dreamer? I don't know. I'll think of this more. But then we have an ECW movie, and there you go. That's the next Netflix thing. Boom. Give me producer role.
I think too, on the topic of like controversy within wrestling, I feel like so much has been popping off just in the wrestling world in general the last week or so. I mean, obviously all this Vince stuff has dropped, but then we've also seen a lot of interesting posts, tweets, comments, etc. coming from GCW.
Yeah. Do you want to start this, or you want me to jump in on my take on things?
I'll start it. I mean, there's been 2 like of the events that, you know, stand out in my mind over the last week within GCW is a very public post from the GCW account, or was it from Brett? Whoever it was from. I don't recall. Basically just a post saying that Zilla Fatu no longer works for GCW, basically, which caused a whole bunch of people weighing in with their 2 cents, whether it's people who are in the business, whether it's fans who have never stepped foot in a ring but think they know the ins and the outs of everything, and everyone that lies in between. Everyone seemed to have an opinion on that one. And then also there's been a lot of controversy around Nick Gage as well, with where is he, what's he doing, what's going on, what are other companies trying to get involved with. Like there's been a lot. It's been a busy week in the GCW PR team, it seems.
Well, here's the thing too. I understand. I was once just a fan, and news and rumors were popping off in 98, 99, and who's going where and what's doing what. So I get that. And the fans spend money, so they're entitled to wonder what is this and that and this and that. But then there's the side of it too, where when fans hop on there and they're like, say this and say that and say this.
Oh, like you have to say the names of these people and you have to expose this and you have to say how much they're getting paid, or like
most of us like don't even know what's going on.
Like acting like they deserve like all of these details that realistically doesn't need to be publicized.
So my thing is, when y'all see something, we're probably just seeing it too. We all got Twitter. So when we see something, some of y'all have already seen it before I have, because like I said, I keep my phone over there sitting against a wall.
Yeah.
I like living life without looking at my phone unless I got to fire off something or sell some merchandise or talk a little shit about Nitro that I was watching. But because this is the funny part, I fired off a tweet maybe a day ago.
Yeah.
And I had no idea what was going on about anything. And I just said what Old Manser thinks about everything in independent and pro wrestling. Old Manser shows up to fight and get paid and to cause chaos. I do not give a shit who shows up or does not show up. I don't give a damn.
Well, I think that's the thing that I was about to say. Like, just because we all work at the same place, it doesn't mean I have any idea of how much someone is getting paid or what their deal is or what argument has gone on backstage or what demands someone. Like, I don't know. And frankly, I don't give a fuck. Like, if it doesn't concern me and my money and my family and my life, I don't care. Do I, like, for instance, in this situation with Nick Gage, am I concerned about him? Yes. Do I, like, wish him the best and I hope that he continues to get the help that he needs? 1,000%. Do I think that every single person online deserves to know the details and the ins and the outs of every single nuance of the situation? Absolutely not.
No. Yeah. Sometimes, how do I word this? Wrestling fans need wrestling. I need wrestling. There's sometimes I want to sit down and I need to watch some ECW. I need to watch some WCW because I enjoy that. But sometimes wrestlers don't need to wrestle at that very moment. They need to go just chill out. I need to go by the pool and drink some beer sometimes and have a weekend off.
Mm-hmm. Like, not every single thing in your life is wrestling.
I had another point, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I think, like, everyone just giving everyone, like, the space.
Oh, it came to me. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Sorry to cut you off, baby.
It's okay.
What would be nice is when drama or issues or rumors occur, maybe put more focus for the fans that are talking about who's going where, who's doing what, who did this, who did that. Maybe just enjoy the show. Because I know at that event, when everyone was talking about if someone's, what's the pay, what's someone doing with this, what's going on here, tell us the juice, the drama. I get it. People like that type of shit. That's why we watch wrestling. You want to see people out, but usually that should be in the ring. But when there's a roster, and I'm an asshole, but I will put this over. When there's a roster of people who showed up and do not give a damn about any of that and go out in that ring and tear it up, all the dirt sheets and all the fans should be putting that over instead of worrying about where some other went or did not fucking go. Mm-hmm. That should be the focal point of the show. If we're out there bleeding, breaking doors, going through glass and chairs and doing some of the greatest technical wrestling, the greatest brawling, the greatest whatever the hell, lucha libre, that should be the focus and not how much money a mother getting paid.
Yeah. Preach, King. No.
And that's all I got to say about that.
And that's on period. No, babe, you're so right. And yeah, I think every wrestling, I mean, we say it all the time, but wrestling is in such a unique and bizarre situation right now, just worldwide. Things change literally by the week. One person that you think is going to be the next big thing 1 week, and 2 weeks later, they're no longer working somewhere, or, you know, they're working elsewhere, or someone that's the hottest shit ever might decline. Someone that you've never heard of all of a sudden becomes the hottest shit ever. Like, we're seeing such monumental changes in such quick succession. I think it's the age of the internet. I think it's 2024. I think it's having so many different wrestling platforms, but it's not this like steady rise. You know, it's like so many peaks and valleys and twists and turns, and you never know what is around the corner, you know, and that's scary, but that's also really exciting because I feel like we're in a really accessible period of pro wrestling that if you really want to achieve something and if you have goals of wrestling on television or whatever your goals are, I mean, there's more opportunities, there's more places to do that than ever before. So yeah, I'm excited. I mean, you hear stories of people getting like huge high paying contracts, like all that stuff is great for people in wrestling if you want to make money and you want to, you know, you want the business to succeed and to flourish. So I feel like overall through all of that, we're just in a really exciting time, don't you think?
Yeah, there's money to be made. And as long as you're smart about it and you worry about yourself, I don't mean that in a negative way, but at the end of the day, you sit there and figure out, what should I do? Not what should I do? And well, I'll just wrap it up like this. Figure out what you want to do, what your goals are, work towards that with positive people who are around you, and keep dumb shits away from you. Get done with your event, go to your room, eat your food, watch some TV, take a shower or a bath, go to bed, do that 3 times on the weekend, go home, come up with merch ideas, come up with things that you want to do throughout the week. And that's it. Do that. Seems to work well. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. You're 100% right. Mance has been preaching all episode. Guys, that is it for today's episode of That's Cooked with Steph DeLander and Mance Warner. Follow us on all socials at Steph DeLander, at Mance Warner. We do weekly auctions every single week on Whatnot at Steph DeLander, selling ring-worn items, new merchandise, so much more stuff. We both have merch stores. We do this podcast and also an unboxing show called Hotboxing, which you can also see on this channel. I have a Patreon at Steph DeLander. I have OnlyFans at Steph DeLander. He has a Cameo at Mance Warner. We have so many different things and there's so many ways to support us. So thank you so much for doing so. If you liked this episode, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, that's cooked.
Love ya.